Hi, how's everybody doing today? This is Sean. I'm down here at Port Orange, just taking my walk, and I'm gonna show you these woods here. You got people living in the woods here, and about a month ago, I was walking to the Circle K here, and some little girl, she was about 16 or 17, she came, I don't know her age, that's what she looked like. She came in and said some guy was following her, so I told him to call the police, and then I came down here. It was during the day, and I was looking for the guy, and when I was walking back there's people living all back here. The richest country in the world, and we got people living in the woods, and we can have hundreds of billions of dollars to send to Ukraine and Israel, but we can't take care of our own citizens. It's out, and all you fucking assholes that are, you know, part of this middle class thing, you're done. You guys are finished. Your jobs are going to be replaced by AI and computers, and you're going to lose everything. And I look forward to that, because then you'll be on the side of righteousness, and you'll understand what people go through on a daily, even though they work their asses off. There's people working, and they're living in these woods because they can't afford to live for rent. That's what kind of fucking society we live in. But people are more worried about their other people's countries than they are their own. And then you got these assholes, even guys I went to school with. Oh, we can't get Medicare for all. Who's going to pay for it? Who's paying for all these wars, bro? And these countries that we're supporting, their citizens get free medical treatment. Their citizens get free education. And it ain't no dumbed down education like we have just to train people to do jobs. The whole entire school system should be redone anyway. There should be occupational skills in the schools for people to learn the skills and the things that they need to do to actually do jobs that they are wanting to do, not that they're forced to do. So, it ain't gonna be much longer, folks. We have serious problems going on, and nobody's gonna do anything about it. And I'm not saying take to the streets, because that you're just gonna get that psyoped. I'm saying to fix this problem while you still have leverage, every American that's working needs to stop work. Go on a complete work stoppage. Stop paying taxes, stop paying everything. Just has to shut down. Just like they did in India, and their problems were solved in 2 days. That's what's got to happen here. We are literally supporting the genocide of innocent people. And the only question that I have, other than why is this being allowed, is when they showed those tunnels, these tunnels that these people made over there are better than our fucking subways here in America. There has to be hundreds of millions of dollars worth of concrete and underneath there. Where did these people get the money to build these tunnels? Where did they get the equipment to build the tunnels? The tunnels are spotless. They even have a fucking door on them. And there's an opening, so they're not even hidden. And then they just blew up the third oldest Orthodox Christian church in the world, and apparently all the people that were in there were just people that were trying to get away from the war. There were Muslims and Christians, but there's going to be consequences for that. You can't just go destroying churches that have been around for 1,000 years and a part of people's religion. I promise you, if anything happens to that rock in Jerusalem, the Muslims sanctuary, one of the oldest mahads in the world, their temple, anything happens to that, you're gonna have over 1 billion Muslims coming to Israel, because there's over 1 billion of these people, and Israel isn't our ally; they're our enemy. If people can't see that, there are what our grandfathers called these people parasites for a reason. They destroy everything they touch. They're not real Jewish people. So if you come on my channel and say I'm anti-Semitic, these people have no bloodlines to Abraham, Jacob, Isaac. They have zero bloodlines to any of these people. So therefore, you can't be anti-Semitic against them, because they're not related to Shem. To be anti-Semitic, that means you're against the house of Shem, and nobody's against the house of Shem. Folks, Jesus tried to warn us about these folks. What they do is they get countries to intermingle with other people. They They run your world through economical terrorism with a Ponzi scheme. None of the money is real, or nor is it have any monetary value. There's no gold, there's no silver back in it. All there is when you walk into a bank, they make money off of your interest. That's called usury. And 100 years ago, in our country, usury was illegal. And you would, in other countries, these Muslim countries that they're attacking, it's illegal to have usury. Usury is when you charge interest on payments to people. If we had no usury in this country, people would have enough money to buy things. You have certain families and oligarchies in these areas that bought up all the land. They're doing illegal shit to get the money, and it's all a big fucking country club. And it's going to come to a grinding halt because you can't just keep suppressing people like they did in Gaza. And the only reason they're going after these people in Gaza is, one, that they're Palestinian and they're true people, true Hebrews and true Jewish people and Israelites. And that's not the real reason. The real reason, there's over $750 billion worth of oil and natural gases in that area. And these fucking greedy bastards want it. So if you can't see that, and if you go further up, this is all connected. Like I told everybody, Ukraine and Israel are connected. They're the same people. Ukraine used to be called Khazaria, and those people converted into Judaism in the 10th century because they were forced to do it because they were pagans and they were stealing people's identity and stealing their children and sacrificing them, okay? So the Russians and Polish people and everybody got around that area said, hey, enough is enough. You're gonna have to pick religion and stop doing this bullshit. And they never stopped. Their main skill is lying and stealing people's identities so they can steal their land. They've been doing it. It's been done in the Bible. All throughout the Bible, you got these people crossing each other, trying to get each other's land, trying to get each other's money, trying to do horrible shit to each other. And that's what they do to everybody. To them, we're less than animals. If you read the Talmud, it pretty much tells you what their plan is and the protocols of the elders. This shit's real. This is Zionist stuff. We are at a religious or spiritual war. You don't have to believe in God, but there is evil and there is good, and we are in the middle of it, and you're seeing it in live time. So everybody has to just stick together. You have to be calm-minded. And when you're looking at the news and these fake fucking fires and shit like that, you gotta, the news is so stupid. If anybody believes anything they see on this, they really got issues that we can't help them with. They showed a fucking fire in Iran where the guy was holding his fucking dead mother's clothes where she is supposed to be burnt alive. What did she do? Fucking burn out of the clothes, and the clothes were the only thing that survived? None of this shit makes sense. They can't even give you straight fucking videos of these types of things. It's all fucking shady. There's supposed to be a fire. There's no burn marks on the fucking ceilings or the roofs or any of this shit. It's one lie after another, folks. That's all they do. They bombard people with lies and they attack you financially to break you. It's all a psychological ploy to break you and break your connection to God. They hate Christians because Jesus came back to save us from these people. We're the true Israelites. The Europeans and the other folks are Hebrews, and they're Jewish people. Okay, but the white European people are the true Israelites of the world, and that's why we're attacked the most. White people are attacked the most because they know the real religion. They know who we're related, where our ancestries come from, and they know where these Palestinians' ancestries come from. These people know their ancestry background, and they have no connections, zero connections to any of the people I mentioned: Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, Shem, Noah. None of them. They are liars, and every time they tell a lie, millions of people fucking die, and the whole situation that happened 70 years ago in Germany, that whole story's falling apart, folks. They can't stand up to truth. That's what's going on. When you expose this shit with truth, it just fucking disintegrates. They're out there telling people that babies were beheaded and shit. Where the fuck are the videos of this shit? If you had videos of that kind of stuff, you would put that out on the fucking world for the world to see these crimes that allegedly done. By the way, they're the ones that fucking started Hamas. They're the ones that paid for that shit. They're the same motherfuckers that had stuff to do with 9/11. People need to wake up. That's all I have to say. Because I'm tired of looking at these truth channels and they're beating around the bush. There's one fucking family responsible for all this. That's the Rothschilds. And they're Ashkenazi, Khazarian fucking Zionists. That's what they are. They're Khazarian Ashkenazi Zionists. They're even trying to outlaw the word Zionist to make it a religion. It's not. It's a fucking cult. And yes, they're Christian Zionists. They believe that these people are the chosen people of God. They're not chosen. They're the ones that God put punishment on. And they're jealous, just like Cain and Abel. They come from the seed of Cain. That's what you're dealing with. And we come from the seed of Abel. That's why you're being attacked all the time. Telling you about your race and your ethnicity and the color of your skin. Because they know who the fuck you are. And you better realize who you are. You better realize God loves you. He loved you so much, he came to this earth to expose these people. So, be steadfast in faith. And know, any of these true channels, I don't care who they are, if they're not telling you that this family that's been doing this for 1,000 years or more is responsible for you losing your home, you losing your job, you paying all these outrageous amounts of money for fucking rent and stuff, they're behind this shit. We're talking about 1% of these motherfuckers, okay? Every Jewish person and Hebrew person and Israel person I know, Israelite, they're wonderful people. They're kind. They're God-fearing people. And they don't do what these people are doing, and they're against it. Unfortunately, the average person isn't going to know the difference. That's the sad part. Because they're speaking out loud because they're like, hey, I'm not with these fucking guys. I'm telling you what I'm doing. So be patient. Let things work itself out. The truth will always be the truth, no matter how many lies are told about it. But if we focus on our country and don't vote for any politician, especially politicians that give their loyalty to another country like Israel, they have to sign a petition to give their loyalty to Israel. What do you think Thomas Jefferson would do with people like that? Or George Washington? That's straight fucking treason, dude, and sedition to the United States of America. I don't care how you cut it. It is what it is. Nobody's gonna sign allegiance to another country when you're from your country. That would be like me signing allegiance to fucking Japan. I was born in Philadelphia, PA. What the fuck am I got anything to do with that country? People need to wake up. It's sad. I try to be optimistic, but when I see fake fires and the shit I see on these news channels and people reporting that shit like it's gospel fucking truth and they're supposed to be true channels, I'm like, okay, we are really going down an avenue, just like this Corey Feldman fellow, right? He comes out, he makes all these accusations against Hollywood and stuff, and here his best friend is the one doing all that shit. Not that kid Corey Haim, because he was a victim of that, and this fucking Ashkenazi is making money off a dead man's name, you know? That's how they roll. He literally stealing the idea, that guy is literally stealing Michael Jackson's identity and Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, whatever he could do to get some fucking money in his pocket. Look, dude, I'm broke as a joke right now. I literally just found a check at the corner here that was written out to somebody for 125 bucks. I'm gonna walk home, and when my wife gets home from work, I'm gonna Google the guy's address and go drop this thing off to them. That's how you do things. That's why they hate people like us that are honest and good people. Because if everybody's like that, we won't have thieves. And believe me, I got financial issues. I got Chase Bank that I'm dealing with. They're fucking horrible. I'll be firing them next week and open up a new bank account. They're fucking horrible, Chase. That's why, what the hell's his name? Wayne, whatever, the singer. That's all in the news every time. I don't know what the fuck is Yayo or Yeo, whatever the fuck he calls himself. He pulled all of his money out of Chase. And that's what we all need to do. Not telling you how to finance, but you're better off going to a union, banking unions, unions, because they help you build your credit, and they're more secure than other banks, and you can actually do business with them. So, just walking home now. It's a nice walk. It's about 65 degrees out today. It's beautiful. This morning I had to put sweatpants on because it was like in the 50s. But yeah, and if you're ever down in Florida, and you see these little trains and stuff like that, these little ponds when you're walking, just always keep your eye out for alligators. They get in these ponds and they run about 30 miles an hour, so just keep an eye out when you're walking. Not to scare you or nothing, but we do live in a state that has lots of different critters and animals, and they either stick you, bite you, or poke you. You know what I mean? So, well, I appreciate everybody watching. I'm not trying to talk everybody's ears off. I'm just letting you know it's like a public, public service announcement to watch. If you watch this stuff on television, everything, and I'm not talking, I mean everything, they make it up. It's all lies. Let me tell you. The NFL has these reporters on the sideline, right? And they're telling you all this bullshit. Hey, this person said this to me and that. And then they just came out and admitted that they just make it up. They lie to people. So if they're gonna lie to you about that and be detailed in information about what the guys said and all that shit, then everything that you see on that in the NFL is a lie and a fake shit. So as I said, everybody take care. I wish everybody the best. Have the great holidays. I'm gonna try to go out and hit some tennis balls tonight, but I did tweak my back a couple days ago, so I've been trying to work that out. I have my back brace on, walking, and I think I should be able to hit some serves tonight. But if you can see how windy it is out here, it's gonna be fun because I'll serve against the wind and try to hit different spins and stuff. So once again, thanks again for watching, and if you like what I do, please like and subscribe, and I appreciate any advice anybody has, so to help each other out. That's what we're about.